Hello again, MACmakers. It's Kirsten here from the Montrose Arts Centre, MAC, bringing you another MACmakes. I hope you're all fine. Thank you for joining us today, as always. I'm going to show you how to make a thing called a star weaving today. Now, it's really simple and everybody would love to be able to get involved with this, I'm sure. Once you get going, it's quite therapeutic, and also it's just one of these things that you can do without really thinking too much, a bit like knitting if you're good at knitting, but these are great fun. If you fancy making them, you will need various things. First of all, you'll need some wool or some embroidery thread or some raffia or some string or something that you can use. Now I've got various types of wool here. You can see that there's different thicknesses and different colours. I've also got some raffia, which is not really all that easy to find necessarily these days. It's something that hasn't been around for a wee while very readily, but if you've got any, like I seem to have things lying around, just have a look and see what you can find. I've also got some thin kind of wool that was in sewing kits, and also lots of embroidery threads, so you know, anything like that is absolutely perfect. And as I say, string is absolutely brilliant too, so that will all be fine. The other thing that we need, I've got some craft sticks here. Now these are just like ice lolly sticks, but they've been painted and they are bought specifically for crafts. But if you've got ice lollies and you fancy making some of these, you know, why don't you, when you've finished your ice lolly, give your stick a wash, leave it to dry, and you can use them for making these. If you don't have something like that, you know, have a look, you maybe find a couple of sticks or twigs, something like that that you can use, or you could use wooden skewers that are cut down a wee bit, or drinking straws, something like that. But once I've shown you exactly what I need these things for, then I'm sure you'll get the idea and you'll be able to have a look around and see what you might have in drawers and cupboards and things like that that you could use. The process of doing these is very simple. It's like a pattern that you have to repeat over and over again. So I'm going to show you very simply by using a couple of our sticks, and I think I will choose a nice green colour of thread so that you can see it. It will be a contrast. So there we go. I've got embroidery thread, which is quite thin, but it's actually really pretty. If I show you the sorts of things that we're going to be making, you can see this is one made with different kinds of wool, and the wool is thicker, as you might be able to see from this picture, compared to this one, which is actually made out of embroidery threads. Be able to see the difference in the sizes of the threads there. The thicknesses of the threads. This one is one that I'm making out of thinner wool, so you can see the difference there. So anyway, going back to how we start off. 2 sticks, same length roughly, okay? We're going to put one across the other and hold it in the middle with our thumb and our finger. And it's going to be like a plus sign. Okay, so the side that our finger is holding is the front. The side that our thumb is against is the back. We're going to be making this always with the back, our thumb, facing us. All right, so our finger side is the front, but it will always be facing away from us. What we need to do is to start off with one end of our thread or wool and trap it underneath our thumb in the center of our cross. So just hold on while you secure the thread or wool underneath your thumb, okay? Now I want you to look at the cross and think of it as being up and down, east and west, or up and down and right and left. Okay, so what you need to do then is you need to take your sticks. Hold them firmly like that, and then wrap the thread or wool around the stick on the right. Okay, then hold it tightly so that the thread doesn't slip off and the sticks don't move, and turn it once so that the stick is now, that you've just wrapped the wool round, is now facing up the way. Then you've got a new stick sticking out the side. So you wrap your thread around that once. Turn it once. Wrap once and turn. Wrap and turn. Wrap and turn. Wrap and turn. You keep doing that all the time, pulling the thread nice and firmly and making sure that you're always close to the thread or the wool that you wrapped round. Don't leave gaps. Always keep it nice and close as you're turning round. And what you're going to find is that the pattern that's on the front is starting to emerge. So we'll just turn it round and you can see that is the pattern starting to form on the front. Okay, now we carry on doing that all the way. So just always with the back facing you, right? You're wrapping it to the stick on the right and turning it once. Wrapping the stick on the right and turning once. Wrapping the stick on the right and turning once. Carry on, that's all there is to it. You just keep doing that over and over again until you end up with your pattern on when you finish off. Okay, now I could carry on and make it a bit bigger than that, but in actual fact I don't want to do that. But if you do, just make sure that you leave enough at the end of your stick so that the wool doesn't fall off. Okay, once you've done that, and if you are going to use two different colours, can I just say that when you join the two lengths together, always make sure that they're in a really good knot. A reef knot is a pretty good knot, and if you've been in the guides or the brownies or the Boy Scouts or the Cubs, then I'm sure that you'll know what a reef knot is. But if not, then pardon the pun, I'll show you what they are. So imagine that we've got our two pieces of wool. So I'll do them in different colours so that it's easier for you to see. So we'll take a little bit of this turquoise colour and a little bit of this nice ochre colour. Okay, so you have got two pieces of wool. So what you're going to do is you're going to go left over right and under, right over left and under. Pull the ends together. Okay, just do that again because I've got it mixed up there. It's just come out of my hands. There we go. And then we have our reef knot. All right, so it's left over right and under, right over left and under, and we have a very good strong reef knot. Okay, so that's how you join your different colours if you're going to be using more than one. If you are going to be finishing, or when you finish off your lovely star weaving, make sure that you pull the wool quite tightly, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to just twist, just pull, turn it round once more at the end, okay? So turning it round once more, and then you turn it round the back and you'll find that you've got the bits here. You can see that there's the spaces in between the different pieces that you've just woven. So very, very carefully pull one of these down, okay, so that you've got the little thread there, and then feed it through, tuck it through like that and pull, okay? And again, so turn it round, wrap it round the end, and then feed it through the thread that you were weaving before. Okay, and that will be nice and secure, and just push it right down. Okay, push it right down. Now, when you have finished making you obviously cut off the little edges and stuff to tidy that up. But once you've finished making these, you can join them together. You can use more wool to join them with a piece of wool that's wrapped around both of the pieces of wood, and do that, joining them in lots of different ways. Or you can hang them like mobiles, so that you've got them all hanging from the ceiling. Or you can just pin them against the wall and have them in lots of different colours. You could use them for sort of decorating things like your dressing table mirror, or popping them inside indoor flower pot plants, things like that. Lots of different things that you could use them for. They're a bit of fun, but they're also very, very decorative. And once you've made them, obviously, as always, please send us the photographs of them and let us see them. And we will hopefully have enough photographs very soon so that we can start our Saturday gallery on our Montrose Art Centre pages. So as I've said before, please follow us, please like and share, and see what we're up to on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course on our YouTube channel. So let's see what you've made. Have fun with these wonderful, fun little star weavings. And until the next time, it's goodbye from me. Take care, everybody. Bye.